Remember the dragon we were talking about with the lords?
Which one? There were a few in that conversation.
The fire breather that was killing people. Veiljumpers sent word. She's in Arlathan Forest. Destroyed a village and turned it into her new lair. I've got the location from the Veiljumpers. We can go whenever you want.
Do you remember, Rook, when I mentioned another ceremony I must perform at the Memorial Gardens? The time has come. I was hoping you would accompany me again.
More grave lighting?
No, this would be a more personal visit. Whenever you've time.
I heard from Kal Shirak about the missing dwarves. Stalguard's one of them. I have to go help. They sent me maps of the area where the missing were last seen. It's a start. You're coming to help, right?
I promised I would.
I'm ready to go whenever you are. Let's not wait too long.
I've got a meeting with the Threads.
The Threads? What for?
I need leads on Aelia. I'm hoping they have something. Dharma said to invite you. Someone's on his good side.
Rook, something's come up. Evka dug around and found us someone who knows more about the Gloomhowler.
Anything useful?
Our new friend wants to talk in person. Figured you'd want to come along for this one.
Well, he did worse than just try to kill me.
Really?
The guy stiffed me on the job. Those were good potions I used. Expensive, too.
Right, that makes sense.
Hey, Balara, seems like you're doing well with, Sorry, I'm intruding.
No, you're not intruding.
You can take my seat, Rook. I was just leaving. Belle, swing by when you get a chance. I found another set of papers for you.
Thanks, Nev. That's nice. Sorry, Rook. Not great company right now.
You're not possessed by a demon like Lucanus, or shaking the ground like Harding. Okay, that got away from me.
That's always get away from me. Everything comes out jumbled. I think too fast.
Fortunately, too much thinking is not my problem.
I don't know. You seem to think just fine.
Now for the part I'm not great at. Here I go. What's wrong, Balara?
Nothing, Rook. Don't worry about it.
I asked, didn't I?
It's Syrian. You saw who he is, what he's become.
Yeah.
He's a monster, Rook.
And you're worried about what he's going to do?
A little bit. But also, I'm worried that I won't let myself stop him. Anaris brought Syrian back. My brother. When he asked me to join them, what if I'm too much like Syrian?
If you were, you wouldn't have turned them down. Which you did.
I did, but Rook, it was hard. I wanted my brother back. I mean, before all of this, Syrian and I were the same. Inquisitive, driven, pushing ourselves. The search for the Natus Drathalin, the archive, that was both of us, working together. I want to say I'll keep saying no, keep turning him down, but he's my brother. What keeps me from doing what he did?
You're not Syrian, Bellara. You're you.
And what if that's not good enough?
Then keep your evil to off hours. Replace Lucanus's coffee beans with hot peppers. Buy Nev a bag of wisp food. Hide Tash's snacks.
You're not very good at being evil.
I'll work on it. I'm kind of making this up as I go.
Our team motto, pretty much.
Let's paint that on the side of the lighthouse.
I'm sure Solus would love that.
You good?
I'm good. Thanks, Rook. I'll see you later.
Demon's back.
I don't think he ever leaves, actually.
Then he's acting weird.
Smells like melon and wood smoke.
Hey! No! No! Sit your ass back down.
I'll handle this. Maybe make sure the alluvian room is blocked.
Now we get to talk.
You're right. Let's talk about you getting out of Lucanus's body.
Lucanus made a deal he hasn't kept.
What deal?
Break our chains, kill, escape our prison, and live?
Isn't that what happened?
No, I want out.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I want Lucanus to honor the deal. Tell him, make him.
Rook? You were sleepwalking.
Spite was sleepwalking.
He didn't go anywhere. Nothing happened.
I didn't want you to see that. Again.
You didn't manage to leave the room, and Tash didn't hit you with an axe. That's all that matters.
I'm supposed to be a professional.
Professional doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Something to think about, I guess.
Hey there, Rook.
Evka, Antoine, you needed help with something? Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but...
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back, or the locals wind up dead.
Not while we're around. If Lavendel needs an extra warden, they've got me too.
Of course they do.
No surprise there.
Where do things stand now?
Every warden will put themselves between Lavendel and the Blight. But we'll be spread thin around the village. There's only so many of us. We need to make that work.
Your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
He's right. You're a good warden. If you have a plan, it's worth following.
Fine. Follow me and hope we don't die.
I'd follow you anywhere.
So what now? What can I do?
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
Is anyone ready for anything lately?
We've got to be.
Check back with us when you're done with the sentries.
We can hold off the smaller packs for a while, but there's no going back once the horde hits.
Come on, let's check on the warden sentries.
Got something in mind. You know where to find us.
Well, look who it is. Name's Warden Augustin.
Evka sent me. How are things here?
The Darkspawn aren't on us, but they will be. I can feel it. And you go where the fight is, don't you? Tell Evka I'm ready. We'll hold Lavendel.
Hey, Evka wanted me to check in. Are you ready?
I am. The Darkspawn won't win this one.
We've got you. Let's kick some ass.
Yeah. We took those dragons, we'll take this too.
Hey, Evka sent me. How are things here?
Evka's plan is sound. We'll stand together and see it through. We won't fail.
Tell Evka we're ready.
We should get back to Evka.
Nothing we can do. I think they have a plan.
Evka, the sentries are ready.
Good. Are you?
That's a horn. The Darkspawn are here.
Sounds like it came from the glade.
We can't let them break through to the village.
Lavendel's the only place that's still alive out here. Let's keep it that way.
We're not off the hook yet.
We'll fight all of you.
That's it. Another one for us.
All right, be ready for the next call. We can check on the caves, see how the fight is there. We'll head to the farmlands.
We've got things covered here. Grab supplies if you need them.
Thanks.
Another horn.
We've got backup. Let's push them back.
More on the way.
Right. For Flynn and their village.
Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share. Antoine?
What's that? Something evil. A strange calling in the blight.
Something to look into.
Yes. But that's what we do. And today, we won the day.
He's right. Take that with you. When the next thing comes, we'll handle that too.
It's in here too.
You're sure?
It's faint, but yes.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, but first you deserve some thanks. Lavendale is safe.
They still need our protection, of course. But we won this fight together.
I'd suggest we celebrate, but Antoine heard something strange in the Blight, and...
It's not music you want to dance to.
The Blight's song wasn't just strange. At first I heard the gods, but now... There's something else. And it's here, in the wetlands. It pulses. Weird. Pulling somewhere dark. It sounds... I don't know. Pleased?
What does that mean?
We don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
Maybe you should stop listening.
What? Oh, don't worry. I'm fine. We need more time to study what the new song means and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
Evka, But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Until then, stay safe. Antoine, what's on your mind?
It's like there's a pattern in the Blight, and no pattern at all. But always something pulling.
Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloomhowler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. These are Wardens Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
What's your name?
You're in a town full of Grey Wardens. It's probably the safest place in the world right now.
How can we help?
My name's Valia. When I heard about Wise Helped, what happened... I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
It wasn't that. It's... I'm the one who found the Griffin eggs before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the Wardens who were caring for the Griffins, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloomhowler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf?
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name was Isaiah. I found her diary. She was a mage. She blighted all the Griffins during the Fourth Blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the First Warden at the time. She had no choice. This was centuries ago.
Why? In what world would we blight our own griffins?
In her diary, Isaiah said the blight was going badly. The Wardens couldn't win. They turned to blood magic. The Griffins fought harder, longer.
I see where this is going.
Isaiah didn't want to do it, but orders were orders. It won the war.
But then...
The Griffins became rabid. They turned against the Wardens.
So then the first Warden turned against them.
He ordered them all destroyed.
That's why they're extinct.
That is not what I took the oath to defend.
In her diary, Isaiah says she couldn't forgive herself. As penance, she hid the remaining eggs with a protective spell. I followed the clues and found them.
That was 400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she left for her calling.
Then she's probably in the deep roads. Blighted. Twisted.
Hassan? I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
Careful. It's a shameless flirt.
That's because he's such a pretty boy, isn't he? I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
So you're the reason Davrin's been hunting mushrooms instead of monsters?
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be. Griffins give the Wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weishaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloomhowler is.
No, but the other Wardens will keep looking. The Gloomhowler, Isaiah, can't hide forever.
Anton keeps listening to something. It's a blight.
Rook, I'm Sawyer. Watch your back out there.
What's going on?
Mercenaries. They're taking advantage of the blight and looting what was left behind. They attack Wardens on sight, even as we're fighting all this. A scout saw torches headed towards the redoubt. If they manage to break into the cauldron, there's dangerous relics out there and blighted weapons, and those mercenaries would sell to the highest bidder.
Can't let that happen. If I can stop them, I will.
We'd be in your debt, more than we already are.
What about the Wardens?
Light's distracting them.
Mercenaries.
Take whatever you find.
Here we go.
Ready on it.
No witnesses. Take whatever's on them.
We're losing.
Warden Sawyer was right. They're after whatever they can steal, and they're willing to kill for it.
It's messed up. This isn't crap that's just lying around. It belongs to the Wardens.
We'll put a stop to it.
Careful ahead.
I see our target.
Not the last Wardens who found us. We've got you too.
On behalf of the Wardens, you'll pay for that. This isn't the last of them. is it for the mercenaries?
It's good we could help out the wardens.
We should tell Warden Sawyer. Sawyer, the mercenaries you mentioned, we stopped them.
Thank the Maker. Anything they took from the locals, we'll see returned. As for what belongs to the Wardens, some of that may be better destroyed. We'll see to that too.
Spirits haunt the land.
This haunting, to our chagrin, was once one of our own Fade explorers.
He delved where he should not.
I've heard another landscape has been added to your collection.
Greetings.
Everything's calm. Looks like the candles worked.
I'd be happy to assist on the next journey. Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
Emmerich, how could you stay annoyed at that face? Skull.
Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
There's something I'd like to talk about. Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
Doesn't ring a bell.
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger, For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
You're making this up, right?
Rook, please. I've told so few people.
Sorry.
The Liches are the great protectors of the necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
You want to become undead?
Lichdom is no ordinary path to undeath. It's far more than common possession.
Oh, that makes it fine then.
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
Emmerich, I can't believe you want to die and stuff a spirit into your body.
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets. Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Look, what about flowers? Wouldn't you miss smelling them as a lich?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The Liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a lich kill you, or do you have to...
No, mercifully, that falls to another Watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
I still don't think you should do it, but why haven't you become a lich yet?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! A promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
You could try this and die for good. Your plan keeps getting worse.
You say nothing that hasn't hounded me. Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos? She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So, what's a half-lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any...
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues. She apparently put together more than I knew. It would be just like...
For a watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them.
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how... For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear. And of course, time to read all of one's books.
Of course.
But how she's abused her abilities. Are my intentions enough to fare better?
Worrying's a good sign.
We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you. Here we are.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleonora Volkarin. They walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Rook, it's a pleasure. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course. The choices ahead.
Your lichdom.
What would they have wanted me to be?
Sorry, but I'm pretty much the worst person you could ask.
Surely not the worst.
I've got my days. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition, or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
He'd be impossible, I agree.
There's that haunting murder mentioned. The Fables.
Here we go! That haunting was strange, even for here.
took care of that Fade Explorer.
We are greatly indebted.
He can now rest for a time.
Our collegial allies in the Fade have informed us of several undead banding together.
They have begun to seek blood.
There are whispers from the levels below.
We shall find them. The dead keep watch.
There's a haunting.
Finish it.
They've got us at range.
Yeah. Weird. We finished off a whole group of skeletons.
Interesting that they banded together.
It availed them not.
We've much to examine.
The halls await. Prepare well. We shall meet again.
Are the serving sizes here getting smaller? Or is it just me?
Ship got in yesterday. Are the Veilguard worse than you? Remember?
Huh. Some kind of fabulous treasure buried in the city.
Yes. Let's go.
What really happened at the Swan? Witness spills secrets.
Tuskers disappearing from Docktown. Why? Something to look into.
So what do you think?
The note mentioned a bridge near here. No harm looking.
Welcome. Here for a drink, a meal. I'll be with you right away.
What happened to the salt room?
Minrathus saved. It's a good story.
I don't take orders. I just bring out the food.
We all know the Shadow Dragon saved this city.
Hey, Rana. What's going on?
This entrance was magically sealed. Now it's not. A prank? Or someone trying to hide something?
Come to think of it, we haven't heard anything from Archon or Doris in a while.
A ruined tower by the water. Huh.
So where's the gate? Good day, citizen.
What brought a dragon to Minrathus? Are more coming?
A key? Well. This is promising. Now to find the door that this unlocks. Watch for danger ahead. Don't want to end up like that poor soul. Something feels off about this treasure hunt.
Harder than promised. Yeah, he just kicked your ass.
They really didn't want us getting through that door.
Good work, everyone.
Ugh, something died here. Something nasty.
What a miserable way to go. The desperate being lured down here by the promise of riches, only to find death. The treasure hunt. Someone took the game and twisted it. They didn't sell it as an adventure. They sold it as a way out. There's a demon feeding off the desperate in Minrathous, manipulating them. And those who don't listen, die. Evidence points to the catacombs. Another message for us.
How'd it know we'd find it?
Still warm. Whoever was on watch just left.
Hey, Laura, why did ancient elves put traps everywhere?
Did they?
Nicely done, Rook.
Right. Where were we? Hey, Laura, why did ancient elves put traps everywhere?
Did they? Traps? What kind of traps?
The kind that set you on fire.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's the magic. It's gotten all confused. The original spells probably weren't even meant for defense. Oh, they'd be helpful, like showing you a map. Or shining your boots. But the magic is old. You're new, so it doesn't recognize you. Then the magic only halfway works and whoosh.
So I have to dodge fire bolts because some old magic wanted to shine my boots? Magic is stupid.
The catacombs just keep going. Is that an elven statue?
Nothing in our way now.
thought you move against me, beating a city in such perfect condition.
You've been manipulating people in Dogtown.
I am an answer that they come seeking. I give them something to do when their world is cruel. People will do such fun things when they're desperate.
Watch ahead.
With all that's happened, I can see how a demon of desperation woke up here. It could feed on the city. And make things worse.
Asshole demon. Glad we stopped it from doing that to anyone else.
In Min Rathas. Don't fall behind.
Those missing buskers performed here. Let's see what we can find.
There's dangerous fanatics, then there's Aelia. She's loose in Dogtown, and we're in the dark.
What's the plan?
The Threads and Aelia's Venatori are at war. Quiet, of course. Neither side wants Templars on them. We stay in the Threads' graces. They share what they know.
What about Rana? Can she help?
I told Rana that Aelia's back. She needs the warning. As for help, Rana wants to be an example. Not sure where that goes anymore.
You're worried about her.
I'm worried about everyone. Tired enough to admit it.
Dogtown's protected. What can the Threads do for you?
Aelia's a pain for both of us. Let's talk.
We know people in this town. Neighbors. When they don't turn up on the rounds, we notice. Aelia used the Threads for dirty work. Stolen relics, muscle, spies. These people, they disappear.
And you haven't reported it?
We're not looking for attention. Besides, what have Templars and Magisters done for us lately?
We've got you. And you won't stop looking. I've got names, missing ones, all yours. No catch.
We can't let Aelia do this. If what she did to the Threads was an opening act...
We won't like the show.
This is war. We find Aelia, we kill her. Give the cult something to think about. You find her, you do the same. Docktown's ours.
To Docktown. From the people who breathe it, bleed for it, no one's got its back like we do.
To a better Docktown. Doing the best we can till then.
You go far.
To home.
Wine. A lot of it. I've only ever smelled this stuff around Venatori. They were here. They were here for a while, drinking. Waiting for... what? Let's check outside. See where they went. Wine. Probably a cheap vintage. Not the same as the wine inside. I think the That's blood. Did one of the buskers get hurt? No busker would leave their instrument behind. Strings are broken. Somebody knocked this instrument around. All right. The Venatori are drinking inside. They have a signal for when the buskers finish. The buskers go outside for a drink, they're distracted, then the Venatori ambush them and haul them away. So we don't know why yet, but we know where the buskers were taken. The lookout. Let's find those buskers. Stay ready, though. The Venatori are playing rough. Still warm. Whoever was on watch just left. Dead. These Venatori, not one of the buskers.
Right on the back. Someone got him with a shiv.
Someone's... empty. Where are they? The restaurant pamphlet. The garden. It mentions performers.
Does this feel shady to anyone else?
We could approach the garden from the rooftops. That'll give us some cover. We still need to save the buskers. But if this is a trap, let's be smart about it.
People talk about Minrathous being amazing.
I've been looking through the Great Library. I believe there are texts from the old Warden Mages. If I can get access to
What about elven traps that summon spirits to attack you?
In ruins? Well, it depends on the spirits. Sometimes energy from malfunctioning and change.
Well, there's other ways to get into the catacombs.
The Lords of Fortune say that there's always a way in.
There's so much buried under the city.
Did you get the books? I left them on your desk.
Good. Needed scratch.
Join with me!
Venatori, not far from the garden. That's not a coincidence. Let's go in and see if there's any sign of what happened to the buskers.
What about elven traps that summon spirits to attack you?
In ruins? Well, it depends on the spirits. Sometimes energy from malfunctioning enchantments damages the veil and draws demons through.
Yeah, someone wasn't spending much on their wine.
What was I saying? Sometimes energy from malfunctioning enchantments damages the veil and draws demons through.
Really?
Ugh. Why? Ugh. I know it's disappointing, but runes and enchantments degrade over time. The elves did their best.
It's not that. It's... Ugh.
What can I get you?
Have you seen any buskers from Docktown today?
Ha. I heard those songbirds had gone missing.
The Venatori had plans. I set them straight.
It's true what they say then about Grey Wardens. All right, they're below. Just make it quick before someone sees you.
Hello? Who goes there? Are you the buskers? We're here to help.
So, are you a fellow felon?
Call me Rook. I've been looking for missing buskers.
Lex Aulos, street balladeer, and sworn enemy of the Venatori, apparently.
How did you piss them off?
Well, say I'd composed a catchy but searing satirical ballad with rhymes for vainglory and excretory, and then tot said ballad to every performer in town.
And that would do it.
Well, thanks to you and the owner's entirely legitimate seaway access, we live to compose another day. I'll send word to the other performers in hiding. Adieu, Rook. Our ballad needs another verse that mentions you.